Hello YouTube, it's Keith Kevin Ken. How you doing? How you doing? Man, I hope you're doing well. I really do. I hope you're just doing great. Yeah, it's Keith Kevin Ken. It is Tuesday, February 12th. It's cold, it's rainy, it's overcast and dark. It's just ugly. It's like, and it was the same thing on Monday. It's like last week was beautiful, sun shining. We got close to 70 degrees one day. And now it's the exact opposite. Just an ugly day. It's one of those days where you wake up and you want to just roll over and go back to sleep. I thought about it. I thought about it. For about 2 minutes, I was going through my excuses. Anyway, let's talk about Pocket Dump Deconstruction. I hope you guys caught my last two videos. We did it Friday evening and Saturday evening. It was the Blade HQ exclusives from Spyderco. One of them had already been released. That's the M4 Black Blade Natural G10 military. And then I gave you, and the first one I gave you was the Blade HQ exclusive that has not been released yet. M4, Natural G10, Black Blade Native 5. And that's going to be released pretty soon. I'm expecting a knife when I get home from work. It's the one that I bought. It's not a Spyderco. I saw a knife on Blade HQ. I got real interested in it and I bought it. So fingers crossed it makes it today and I show it to you tomorrow. And then hopefully, I don't know. I asked him to rush it to me, but I don't know if my godfather have it yet. Omaha Knives. But we'll also be having the Spyderco that everybody's been waiting for, bated breath. There'll probably be 1,000 YouTube videos on it, but I want to do one for you guys. And most of you have guessed it in the comments. Let's talk about what I have. I have my tag because, you know why? Because it's ugly, overcast, rainy, and cold. And the tag can stand up to all of that. Hold on. Oh, man. It's my Trinidad. Hold on. Cuban cigar, just a nice quick smoke. I might do 2 of these later on tonight. It just depends. What a wonderful cigar. I have my DLC Shown Design pen. You guys know I love it. I have 3 of them. I have the DLC, the bronze, and the tie. Today, it's Scotch. It's cold. It's windy. It's rainy. Scotch time. Not the blue stuff, the blended stuff, but let me just be clear. That's good too, especially with a nice Trinidad. The coin for today, actually, I'm expecting a coin in a couple of days, probably by the end of the week from the U.S. Mint. But today, our coin is one of the Chinese flower coins out of my collection. This is the year of the monkey, 2004. The year of the monkey, 2004. A nice proof year of the monkey. Have one of my thin Mont Blanc wallets. I have my Coach notepad, which I love, with the bootleg paper. You know, when I first bought this, when I was consulting, and I love Coach leather. I have so many Coach leather things. But I got the notepad, and I bought up all the Coach paper I could get. Now remember, this is like 20 years ago, 24 maybe. And so every city I went to, I would go and go into a Coach store and look and just buy up all the paper. I'm that guy. You know, I always think the money's not going to last, and especially when you're retired, but I was young and strong and going crazy. And so, but I'm like that. And I just ran out of it a couple of years ago while I was doing these. And so I made my own version. I'm not selling them, Coach. It's just for me. Whoops. I don't know. I guess I felt like I needed some good luck, so I picked up my coin. This, my friends, is my Decision cricket. I love the crickets. I have every type of cricket there is. I just love them. I have the very first cricket type that was ever made. I just love it. It's just a nice small knife. And then a year or two ago, a friend of mine said, you know, I use it as a money clip. And I went, oh my goodness. You know, when you find something out that you should have known already, that was like when I found out about what? You can buy coins? I mean, I heard of coin collecting. What? The mint? I went, doing. Same with knives collecting. This is the cricket with Decision, blue Decision. I also have one with black Decision. Decision is this wonderful Japanese pattern. So when you see Decision from Spyderco, it's a Japanese pattern for a specific kind of kimono, but they put it together and they weaved it together with glass fiber into this pattern. They put a nice smooth surface over it so you don't feel it. Of course, I love the cricket because it's such a small little frame lock knife. They pull off these small frame lock knives just perfect. And I want to add a little color to my carry because my carry is the little Sebenza 21 with a combo blade. When I was collecting heavily Chris Reeve knives, I still have, I don't know, maybe 20 Chris Reeve knives, but I got up to close to 60 before I trimmed them all. But, yeah, a little over 20. But when I saw these, I went crazy. It was a type I hadn't seen. And I'll tell you, look at the serrations. Like minimal serrations, but they cut so great. And you don't see it around a lot. And I love the combo blade. You know, you have the plain edge on top. You have the serrated on the bottom. Just a wonderful cutting machine. Perfect for EDC. Just perfect. 2.9 inch blade. S35 VN steel that we've all come to expect from Sebenzas. Recent Sebenzas. This is plain Jane except that combo blade. Nothing plain Jane about it with that titanium handle. And of course, the lock that Chris Reeve made. The Chris Reeve integral frame lock. Just a wonderful lock. Locks up nice. Everything about a Chris Reeve is nice. How it comes out of the package is wonderful. You know, it gives you a leather sheath. It gives you oil. It gives you a tool. It's just everything about the Chris Reeve knife company is class. Always having a lanyard on the Sebenza as well. I'll talk a little bit about that when I talk about the knife that got away. But just a wonderful carry. It's the small Sebenza 21. Under 3 inches, so legal in a lot of places that have problem with that 3-inch limit. The knife that got away. One of my smoothest Chris Reeve knives. You know, I'll tell the story. I've told it before, but if you're new, I was collecting Spydercos. I was only buying knives from Amazon.com. I've always been a big Amazon fan, and I didn't know where else to buy knives. So I'd go on Amazon, and I got all of the Spyderco value folders, and then I splurged and got a Techno, my first knife over $100, a Spyderco Techno. And then I got a bonus, and I started collecting more Spydercos after that. You know, once you break a price limit, fortunately or unfortunately, you keep going, right? And then I got a bonus, and I decided to get what I considered at the time the Spyderco trilogy. Okay. The Unumzum plain Jane, the large Sebenza 21, and a small Sebenza 21 plain Jane. Knew nothing about Sebenza 25s. And then I found, so I ordered those in Spyderco, and I still have some of those, my very first Spyderco knife. But then I heard about the Micarta inlay knives. And I found this True North Knives that at that time was the exclusive seller of Chris Reeve knives with Tanto blades. For a lot of years, just until recently, for a lot of years, Chris Reeve only dealt with True North knives for Tanto blades. It's good that they've changed it, because without that, you wouldn't be able to have a carbon fiber Tanto blade, which I have a small one that I love. Small Sebenza 21 that I got from KnifeArt.com. KnifeArt.com had and still does have the exclusivity for carbon fiber Chris Reeve knives, but True North had these knives, the Tanto. Now you can get a Tanto carbon fiber. Carbon fiber inlay. It's an exclusive knife to Blade HQ. They couldn't do the Tanto. Now they can, and they have. And I'm starting to see the Tantos in a lot of stores, online and physical. So that's a good thing. But this one came from True North Knives. I had the Micarta inlay. I was just thinking about those days. You know, waiting on my 2 new knives. I was just thinking about it. And I pulled this out. It's so smooth, of course, because it was one of the first 4 that I bought. It's beautiful. You can also tell when it's one of my early first ones because it doesn't have a lanyard. I keep all my lanyards on my Chris Reeve Sebenzas, but I was storing these along with my Spydercos in a big drawer, and they just wouldn't fit with the lanyard, so I cut off the lanyards. Anyway, 3.6 inch blade, Tanto blade, as you can see, S35 VN steel. Of course, it has the Micarta inlay, all inlays, whether it's wood or Micarta or carbon fiber, 2 on the front, 1 on the back. The big difference is with all the Micarta inlays, they are not on polished titanium. All the other inlays that you'll get from Chris Reeve, they're on polished titanium. This is on the nice rough stuff. I like that. I like that difference. And when you put Micarta or any inlay, but Micarta, I think, because of the material, it just feels your hand so much better. It's just that much more on the handle since they come up over the surface. Well, anyway, obviously it's a special knife for me. It is the large Sebenza 21 3.6 inch blade, S35 VN steel with the Tanto blade. When True North Knives had the exclusive to all Tanto Chris Reeve knives. There you have it. That's the carry for today. Man, I hope where you live it's not as ugly as where I live today. I guess we're paying for that beautiful spring weather. It was almost spring last week. And I loved it, but the beginning of February, come on. I'm wishing all of you the best. You guys have a perfect day. Don't forget to subscribe. You'll catch the new knives as they come in. Don't forget to turn on that bell, because that's the only way that you have a chance of seeing my videos. If you turn on the notifications. You guys have a perfect day. Keep those pockets full. Goodbye.